and welcome in for the last time to the Minnesota Vikings franchise here on Madden 22. Today is it Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. It'll be our fourth Super Bowl in a row, which is one of the reasons we were ending this series. Also, Madden 23 has been released by now. We want to end this on top, a celebration of the series that started the channel, where it basically stemmed from me just not enjoying what the Vikings were doing in real life. Season was over. We, at that point, hadn't announced that Zimmer would be fired. Our GM was also going to be fired. Didn't know if Kirk Cousins was staying around, so I was like, all right, we're going to start new here with the Vikings. We kept around some players for sure, but we basically said Chad Greenway and other former Vikings are the new GM. Obviously, can't put a bunch of people's names, so it just shows Chad Greenway up top. But basically, it's just former players were taking over. We started with firing Zimmer, bringing in a new coach. We ended up, I believe, trading away Kirk Cousins as well. So it was just a complete sweep, really. And since then, it's all worked pretty well. I mean, like I said, 3 Super Bowl victories in a row. Today could make it 4. So it's all worked pretty well. We'll take a quick look before we get into this game at the yearly awards. Zeke Elliott, like normal, winning MVP. Coach of the Year, though, does go to our guy Thomas Peters. As we take a look at the NFC specific awards, Zeke Elliott wins Offensive Player of the Year. Khalil Mack, Defensive Player of the Year. Danielle Hunter was at 4. Denzel Ward at 5. I didn't look at offense. Did we have anyone? No, not really. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Alfonso Coleman, with Jason Capers for us down at 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ethan Meltzer, and we had Kevin Hatchett at 4. And that was it for us. Their best quarterback goes to Dak Prescott. A lot of Cowboys here. Robinson at 6. Best running back, Zeke Elliott, with Cook all the way down at 8. He did miss some time here and there with some injuries, but still very, very well. A very good player for us this year. Logan Boyle wins Best Receiver with Sherrard Dyson at 4, who will not be with us in this game. He did get injured, I think late third quarter of the NFC Championship. And then no more guys for us at receiver. Offensive line goes to Tyron Smith, like normal. Dalton Smith at 5. Brian O'Neill at 6. Best D-line does go to Danielle Hunter, who finished the regular season with 17.5 sacks. Would be, I think, over 20 at this point if they continued. Do we have any other guys? No, we do not. Best linebacker, Khalil Mack. And there's basically always outside linebackers. Best DB does go to Denzel Ward, who had 9 interceptions at the end of the regular season, and I think had another one in the postseason. Harvey Keenan comes in at 7 for us as well. Best kicker being Harrison Butker. So we won some awards in there for sure. Missed out on quite a bit as well, but still we're at least in the running. This team has played very well at certain points, have been a little worrisome at some points. Robinson mainly being the key guy there. He's kind of hit or miss depending on the game. He's had some games that he's played very well, some games he hasn't played very well. But today we're going to need him to play very well as we go against the Kansas City Chiefs, who finished the regular season 13-4 with that first seed bye. I believe this will be our first Super Bowl 1 seed versus 1 seed. They are a 95 overall offense, 85 overall defense. Patrick Mahomes, 50 touchdowns this year, a little over 5,000 passing yards, 14 interceptions. We need to make that more. When we look at the overall rankings here, offensive points per game, they're number 1. We're number 5. Offensive pass yards per game, they're number 1 with 304. We're dead last with 177. Offensive rush yards, they're 15th with 116.7. We're first with 165.1. Defensive points per game, they're 2, 19.8, but we're 1, 16.5. Defensive pass yards per game, 5 for Kansas City, 225.2. We're 3, 219.4. Defensive rush yards per game, they're 6 with 102.8. We're first, 74.5. So it's really a very even battle, for sure. And this will be played in Atlanta. We just beat Atlanta last episode. It was a close game late. Maybe that means a little favorable momentum for us. Not sure. But it's time to get in to this last and final game and hopefully end it with some more confetti and lifting another Lombardi. This is it. Do or die. Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs, Minnesota Vikings. Technically, if you go by who's been here the most often of recent, it's Vikings game. But it's going to depend on what happens on the field. The Kansas City Chiefs are a high-powered offense, 95 overall. They have weapons all over the field. We need to find ways to force mistakes. And that was a tremendous catch. Number 14, diving one-handed. That is Bradley, gain of 17. In tight coverage with Reed Jr. Let's hope that's not an omen of the way the game ends, but an omen of how the game goes, where it's just going to be a tremendous battle as they go for a rollout pass broken up there, Denzel Ward on number 84. Obviously, would love to end this series with a victory, but I would love for it to just be a fun game. Full of great plays, even if it's from both sides, of course. Still want them to end favorably. Kelsey here will get the catch, make a few guys miss, make it a third and manageable here for the Kansas City Chiefs. They come out empty set. I will make an adjustment to our play call then. Come out, and they're going to have an open Kelsey for the first time. Makes first guy miss. Denzel Ward gets that foot, though. Brings him down after just a gain of one post first down. And you know, I've said Kelsey, because it is a tight end at Kansas City wearing 87. And he looks similar to Kelsey. But I'm actually not completely positive that it is Kelsey. There is a flag here, though. And that's going to be a holding that will back them up on their receiver as well. We'll take it. I will keep wanting to see if I could read the back of 87's jersey, but I don't believe it's actually Kelsey. He doesn't have a superstar or an X Factor thing underneath him. They'll go to the outside here. 88 will get the catch and out of bounds at the 43. Granted, I think at this point Kelsey probably could have retired. We'll see what we could get. Double A-gap blitz off the edge. We'll get to Patrick Mahomes, but he gets the ball out for the first down. 88 with the reception. Actually, I take it back. Not a first down. They mark it 3rd and 1, even though it's very close to the first down to gain. And that is definitely going to be the first down gained. Edwards-Helaire will get it down to the 33, run gain of 5. Yeah, I don't think that is Kelsey. So they have a new tight end who straight up took his number first year that he's gone. That's a bit unfortunate. 87 does get the catch there, and it's definitely not Kelsey. That's not what the last name says. And I think it was just about to tell us before the defensive coverage. There it is, M. Tyson. So definitely not Kelsey. So they at least don't have that one threat, but they have threats throughout the rest of the offense to keep an eye out on. And we have another 3rd and short here, 3rd and 2. Gonna slide over that D-line, but still pinch them. Big hit, no. Close. Given the first down. Wow. Eldra Hilton was close, but just not quite close enough. They give the edge to Edwards-Helaire here. They go right back to him. Open running room, get a gain of about 5-6 yards, but now he's shaken up, holding wrist, forearm. And that is huge. Headed to the locker room, and will miss the remainder of the game. No player ever comes back from the locker room. 2nd and 5 Their backup running back comes in, and he's already huffing and puffing. So maybe no run game really for them. They go with it here. Big hit, fumble. Alex Brooks forces the fumble and recovers it. Huge turn of events here in the Super Bowl. What a play. The backup came in who was already having issues and is going to have even more issues when he gets over to the sideline. Nick Robinson and the offense will head out onto the field following a huge play from our defense. Like a flip of a switch. We weren't doing anything to stop the Chiefs. We got one hit in, and we take over on offense, get a pitch, only gain of 2. Dalvin tried to hurdle and technically did, but he didn't go very far after that hurdle. Stay out here in the bunch to that right-hand side here. And this one needs to be thrown away. Had Flanagan in the area, pressure coming in hot. And of course, like I mentioned pre-game, we do not have Sherrard Dyson. We have Willie Johnson, who is just as fast, but hasn't played as much. But he's going to be wide open here, trying to utilize that speed to get to the outside. He has plenty of speed, but does get caught at the 24. Great job to recover by the Kansas City secondary, but a huge gain for the Vikings. Willie Johnson with a splash play, to say the least. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10 down to the 24. We're going to make our own play design here. Going to send the tight ends right down the seam. Receivers will go on a slant route. And we have Jefferson, but just that inaccurate throw when going back from Robinson. He's just not able to hit that. We've seen him hit it before, and he does occasionally, but he cannot do it consistently. And they do bring down the safety here, so we'll check out of the jet sweep, go with a run. Dalvin Cook get the handoff down the middle. Great blocking. Try to cut to the outside. Tries to get around 38. Not able to, but will get down to the 8. Great run. 1st and goal coming up. And on 1st and goal, we'll come out heavy set. 2 tight ends to the right. Fullback in the backfield. We're going to follow not right behind him. Great job. Corey Cook runs over a guy and gets so close, but not into the end zone. Basically right before the plane. And let's try to get Dalvin a touchdown here. One of the remaining guys from the original crew will walk into the end zone. First points in the Super Bowl go to the Minnesota Vikings. A turn of events where the Kansas City Chiefs were just marching down the field. We forced a turnover with Alex Brooks, and then we flipped it. Just marched down the field ourselves with some big plays from some guys that haven't been out on the field all too often, but have definitely helped out. And then Dalvin, just wide open running room. Thurston did a great job blocking there. And now at least we could start a drive on defense with a little bit of a lead, a 7-point lead, a little bit of comfort. One big play isn't detrimental. They'll go with a run here, and we're going to whiff a little bit on the tackle, but the cutback goes right back to a few of our players. 41 brought down after a gain of 5. And that's how we end the first half, or first quarter. Wow, not first half. Not trying to get too far ahead of myself here. We end the first quarter 7-0. However, still need to say that that first possession for the Kansas City Chiefs was really good. It just fell apart on one play. So we need to find a way to continually play better, and that's not exactly it. We need to find a way to knock that one out. That was caught by Kason. And I believe we were looking at Kason in one draft. I believe it was between Dyson and Kason, if I'm remembering correctly. There's been so many drafts I can't say for certain. Patrick Mahomes going to scramble here, and Alex Brooks wanted another hit, and Eric Kendricks injured. We get no animation for what happened. We don't know if he'll be back in based off of that animation. Harrison Smith comes in his stead, and they go with a run right to Harrison Smith, who won't get the tackle, and we won't get the tackle with Keenan either. A lot of tackles being broken here in the postseason against the Vikings. And Turf Toe won't be able to come back. It's the Super Bowl. I feel like with an injury like that, there should be a possibility of putting him back in. At risk, obviously, but at least we'll have Harrison Smith for the last and final game, and there's a hit from Harrison Smith. He can still hit hard. It's just the wrapping up that's become a little bit of an issue, which is why he hasn't been playing much this season. But it's the last game. If it doesn't become detrimental, he will stay out there for us. Quick check down tackle. First down, though. Nice job from Tyson to spin around. They'll come out empty set. I'll make a play call adjustment here as they make their own play call adjustment. I'm going to basically switch sides of the field here. I'll stay with Brooks as this is where most of the receivers are. And that's going to be a scramble and a slide from Mahomes, which is good because we definitely weren't going to get there with Reed. 2nd and 6. We need to find a way to get some quick pressure because we're definitely not seeing it right now. Going to send the double A-gap blitz here. They go with a run right down the middle, and Daniil, not able to get there, was slowed down by that right tackle. And sitting a little bit above 3.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Wow. I will say the Kansas City Chiefs are doing a great job of draining the clock. And they're going to get a touchdown. Is that Alexander Madison? If so, that is so fitting. I'm pretty sure that is. And just how fitting is that? Alexander Madison getting a touchdown against his former team. Oh. We have a guy open and another inaccurate pass placed on the outside, which is where it should have been, but too far down the field. Robinson not having a great postseason. Try to get cooked to the outside. Nice juke back inside. Will gain some yardage, making it at least a more manageable third. And I've always said this. With quarterbacks in Madden 22, if their stamina really starts to take a hit, they are not going to play very well. And Robinson's stamina has taken a hit. He took a hit there. I told him to slide. But we get the first down, and he holds on to it. We need to let him catch his breath. And there's no better way of doing that than getting him off the field for a play. We'll come out wildcat formation. And we are not going to hand this off to Nwangwu. We cut up the field, and I thought there was going to be a bit more room to run there. And we will head into the 2-minute warning. Robinson should be okay to come back in after this. We have 2 minutes, 3 timeouts, and about 54 yards to go. We'd like to get a score on the board before halftime. Nice run there from Dalvin. Should be enough for the first down. Indeed it is. Run a little bit of that same formation here. Go with the play action. Let some time come off the clock a bit. And that pass going to find Leach, who's going to fight for it for the first down. Nice job. Well, honestly, was a bit worried when that pass came out that it didn't have enough arch under it. There was a linebacker just lurking. Cut back from Dalvin Cook. We'll fight to the 30. We'll continue to let this clock run. Now under a minute. Want to make maybe a play call adjustment here. We'll go with the run instead. Didn't quite like the way it was lining up. Going to have a pulling guard come across. Try to get Cook to the outside. Breaks first contact. We'll get forward, making it a more manageable third down, but we will call a timeout. And on 3rd and 2, they have the safeties back deep. Jet sweep time for Willie Johnson. Gets the handoff. Tries to get around the edge. 22 takes a poor angle, and he's stumbling down to the 7. A great run there from Willie Johnson. He's ran that play several times throughout the year, so he knows what to do, and that speed of his is just as deadly as Dyson. 1st and goal from the 7. We will go with the pass play here. Gonna send Flanagan on an in route. Capers will come in and then go towards the flats. And they do a pretty good job of covering that. We are going to have Leach, who holds on to it into the end zone. We could have ran it. Probably would have been a safer play call. But it works out for us. We get into the end zone with Leach, giving us a touchdown advantage. 29 seconds left on the clock. And our defense just has to hold on for 29 seconds. Do not let them get any points on the board. I want the full touchdown advantage to go into halftime. They take a timeout here, so not too bad of a first play for us. Gain of 6. 23 seconds left at the 31. They're going to set up the screen pass to the other side. No one's over there. They, for some reason, cut in, and we will get the tackle at the 36. Second timeout called. That leaves 16 seconds. 1 timeout remains, at least before halftime. Underneath pass goes to their tight end. Quickly tackled, last and final timeout. We will go into man coverage, protect the outside. Harrison Smith will man up on the running back out of the backfield. And they do go to the outside. We'd miss the tackle on 17, and they get to the 41. No way of stopping the clock. We'll head into halftime with that advantage. And a hard-fought advantage as well. As both teams head into the locker room here, we'll take a look at the stat board, but this game, very close. We knew it would be a hard matchup for us, and it is very similar. Chiefs have the advantage in the passing game. We barely have the advantage in the rushing game, but that turnover is huge. This game could really be the opposite without that forced fumble. We'll take a quick look at some of these plays. Leach gave us the lead with that touchdown grab, and that's apparently the only one we're going to see. There's definitely more plays that happened. That Alex Brooks forced fumble plus recovery, huge. We will receive the second half kick, which is tremendous for us. A great opportunity for us to try to widen our lead with a great return here from Nwangwu. Is a good start, starting at the 34. If we could at least tack on a field goal at least, we'll make it a 2-possession game. And against the Kansas City offense, we could use as much cushion as we could get. To start the second half, Corey Cook in at running back. Heavy set. We'll run down the middle. A little bit of ground and pound game here to start off. Corey Cook does so well with this style of running, so we will utilize him. We haven't seen Joshua Kelly as much this year as we did previously. Corey Cook has just played so well, we have to get him out there. And he'll give us a 3rd and 4. And I was going to go with a run, but they bring down the safeties. We'll check out of that play. Go with a pass wide open across the middle. Justin Jefferson for the first down to the 45. Crossing midfield, Rodgers got beat off the line. They brought the heavy blitz. Good play call. Check really at the line of scrimmage from Robinson. Now it does seem like they're trying to tee up some blitzes here. So let's see if we could get Nwangwu out on the screen. They don't blitz, but we have blockers out in front, and we're not really able to utilize them. Good job there from, I think that was Rodgers again, who was in on the tackle at least. Got the stop there, but a solid gain on the screen pass, gain of 9 on first down. And we have some options. We're going to find Johnson across the middle. Will get us down to the 27. Nice, accurate pass on the run from Robinson. And how is his stamina doing? If we take a look, 95, not too bad. They do bring the safeties down here. We'll definitely check Nwangwu to just block. I want the one-on-one. Flanagan in the end zone. Aggressive catch. Can't hang on to it, but we'll take the shot. 2nd and 10. They continually have a few guys here in the box, whether it's a safety or a couple linebackers. We'll check to a run here. Try to get to the outside. Nwangwu will get us the first down to the 12. Great run, great blocking, solid vision. Looking like we're going to be able to put some points on the board if I am not speaking too soon. I also just saw there that Wanham as well is on the Chiefs. So several former Vikings on the Chiefs. Fitting way to end the series. Maybe look for Flanagan here. No, they dropped that corner back. We're just going to need to throw this one. And a late hit there. Should have been called. 2nd and 10 instead. And Nwangwu's still in at running back. We have enough space to get a first down before get into the end zone. That stretch might have got us that first down. Indeed it does. 1st and goal. And we'll run a little bit of I honestly can't remember what it is. Pass option. Gonna go for the pass. Justin Jefferson in. They really did great against the run there. Justin Jefferson barely got the separation. That is another touchdown for another current Minnesota Viking. If you could sense a theme, I'm trying to get some plays to some real-life Vikings here to wrap out this franchise. And now Kansas City find themselves down 21-7. They haven't had a possession yet in the second half, so we'll see what happens, but a great job from our offense to widen that lead. And against a 95 overall offense, you need to find any way you could get a solid lead so your defense isn't struggling. And they just chopped Michael Pierce. I don't know if you saw it at the get-go of that play, but basically chopped him right away, and he did a flip. 3rd and 4. Going to bring down the corners, protect the inside. Henley down at the line as well. Double A-gap blitz. Hunter off the edge. Will get the sack and the fumble. Can he pick it up as well? He does. Mahomes gets the tackle right away. What a huge play. Unfortunately, Henley shaken up on that play as well. But hopefully it's nothing serious. Great play from Danielle Hunter. And Henley does look like he'll be okay. just went over to the trainer's table, something to do with a shoulder from the looks of it. And Nwangwu going to take the pitch, trying to get to the outside, cut back in, not able to get by 22 and 50. They'll get the stop. Would love to get Nwangwu a touchdown on the day as well, but not going to force it to him. If it happens, it happens. Get the outside cut, perfectly placed ball. Touchdown Vikings as we take a 3-score lead. Willie Johnson barely, I think, got that second foot in, but I'm pretty sure he did. We'll see here on the replay. Accurate throw from Robinson. Looked like that might have been a no-look pass as well to Willie Johnson, who definitely got 1 foot in. Couldn't tell there on the replay. But there is a booth review, so we'll see a little bit better on this, I'm assuming. We know he definitely gets the 1 in, but that hit there might have messed up the animation. 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. That should be a touchdown for sure. And capitalizing on turnovers is what has built this team really into what it is. And we do it once again there. Great job from Willie Johnson to get the feet down. Great job from Daniil Hunter to force the turnover as well as recover the turnover as well. I said it as well twice there. Bit too many as wells. But also want to point out Henley is back out there at safety. It was a bruised shoulder. It's the Super Bowl, last game of the series. If we could keep these guys out there, we're going to. Harrison Smith in there on the tackle. Reed Jr. will actually clean it up. But that will go as a Kansas City first down. And they find themselves down 3 possessions. They need to put some points on the board quickly. But against our defense might be hard because we force turnovers, even though sometimes we struggle to tackle, apparently. 2nd and 3 will not happen. That's what we will start the 4th quarter with as we head in 28-7, a comfortable lead for us right now. But we need to hold on to that to end in a celebratory fashion. And we know the Kansas City Chiefs, they can put some points on the board quickly. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen here today. So they will continue to pass the ball here. This time across the middle. We'll find the not Kelsey for the first down. And even though it isn't Kelsey, he's playing honestly just as well as Kelsey does against me. So I think it's just a tight end curse. I can't play against tight ends. They play too well. Mahomes here going to scramble to the outside. Will take a huge hit. Byron Jones. Mahomes holds on to the ball, though. First down at the 27. You know, some people say corners can't hit, but Byron Jones has just been lighting people up this year. I don't think he's forced a fumble, but he's definitely deserved to have probably forced a couple here and there. And that, not Kelsey, down to the 1. That's his new name, not Kelsey. And with that not Kelsey catch, they find themselves down to the goal line. We're going to gauge 8. We're betting it all. Solid hit from Keenan. Not going to keep him out of the end zone, though. 41 powers through Kansas City. Put some more points on the board. 28-14. 5 minutes, 21 seconds left in this game. And honestly, it's not just 5 minutes, 21 seconds left in this game, but left in this universe. After this, it's over here for this version of the Minnesota Vikings. Great stop here from the Kansas City Chiefs, and Nwangwu loses 2 on the carry. And on 2nd and 12, we brought out some fresh legs here over at that left-hand side. Tyrone Leary checks in. Will take the jet sweep. Doesn't have as much speed as our other jet sweep takers, but he has plenty enough to get the first down there. Gain of 17 for our 5th string receiver. And let's just find a way to get everyone involved. Rookie receiver Chisholm in at slot. He'll take this one. Might be a loss. They do have the safety down at the line, but he'll just punch through. Get a gain of about 4 yards, maybe 3. Trying to spread the ball out a little bit here in the final game. We have the 2-score advantage. We're chewing the clock. Should be completely under our control here. Chisholm, one-on-one. Not able to hold on to it. Great job from 32 to break that one up. And that brings up 3rd and 7 as we go shotgun set. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Gonna run the slants. They do a great job of stopping the first go-around. We might need to try to scramble for this one, and it's not quite close enough. 4th and 1. And I'm not quite sure how this play will go. But we are going to try it, and didn't quite work well enough. I wasn't quite sure how the shovel pass was going to happen. Chiefs will take over. We tried to just go ahead and call game there. Didn't work. Chiefs can make this game a bit closer late in the game. I know it's risky to have ran that. And it's definitely risky to have ran that. But final game, let's try to have some fun with it. Pass to the outside. Reed Jr. gets the INT, makes one guy miss. Not Kelsey misses. We get a block from Harrison Smith. Reed Jr. down the sideline. And if that's not the nail in the coffin that we needed, Reed Jr., 61-yard pick six with just over 2.5 minutes remaining. I don't want to say game over, but it's looking like it. And the Kansas City Chiefs will take over back again on offense. I missed a play. I just started playing and Zeus wasn't even talking. But Kansas City back out on offense. Back down quite a bit of points as we hit the 2-minute warning. They need 3 touchdowns with 1:55 seconds. They have 3 timeouts. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it'll take a miracle. And they'll come out empty set trying to make that miracle happen. We're going to send the double A-gap blitz. Should have a free rusher right off the edge. Daniil Hunter hits home for what possibly could be the last time. Maybe. There's still some time left for him to get some more sacks, but he's definitely been a huge part of this defense. We have always been able to rely on that pass rush from Daniil Hunter. Just making plays left, right, and center. Stayed pretty healthy as well. Almost got the INT there with Henley. And that brings up a 4th and 8. Could be the last time we see this offense on the field. Last time we see this defense. Could still be the last time we see this defense. And it will be a huge touchdown gain there. This time down the middle goes Hardman. 56 yards. Going to make it 35-21 with a made PAT. We'll definitely be seeing the onside team coming out next. And the onside unit out there. Leary takes over Dyson's spot. Leach gets the recovery and hurdles his own player. And he's brought down at the 44. Honestly, I don't even think we need a first down to end this game. 2 timeouts remaining for the Chiefs. This game pretty much over. But we will let Dalvin Cook do the honors to run out the rest of the clock of this series. See what he can do. He almost broke that one. Just weren't able to get around that last offensive lineman of ours. Probably have about 3 more plays max. Going to send Thurston in motion. Gonna hand the ball off down the middle. Nice truck move on 50 there. Just made him do a flip. Last timeout called. And for what could be the it should be the last final play called. Dalvin Cook in at quarterback will take the snap, fake the handoff, scoot forward to the outside, maybe get a gain of 1 yard or so. And that'll just about do it in this game. The Chiefs will see the ball one more time with it being 4th and 5. But I think I'm going to give us another shot here at a first down to just go ahead and call it. We will take the penalty here. Back us up a little bit. Just wanted to drain as much time as possible. And with 34 seconds, we'll run one last play on offense. 4th and 10. Safeties coming down. Dalvin Cook in at quarterback. Bo Nails in at receiver. And Wongwu will motion over. He will take the pitch. We have some pretty good blocking. Bo Nails did what he could. And that will be our last play on offense. They'll get the stop. 29 seconds left for the Chiefs to maybe do something. But just about one last play unless they get out of bounds left in this game. It's been a great journey here for the Minnesota Vikings. They will get the tackle at the 40. Well, might be able to get one last play off. They definitely should be able to get one last play off. As they head over to the outside, I take it back. We have one more play. One more play. We'll have some tight press coverage just to try to throw them off. We know Mahomes can throw the ball all the way to the end zone from quite a distance, and that is fitting. Not last play. We'll kneel it out. And I said to kneel it out, but I hit the wrong play. So last play, Dalvin Cook, run down the middle. Has some space to go. We'll get close to the first down. And that is it. The Minnesota Vikings franchise that started because we just could not win a Super Bowl in real life. Just very frustrated with what the team was doing. Looking more positive now with the changes we've made in the offseason. But 4 Super Bowl victories, back to back, back to back. What a way to start this channel. This was the first series that I started here. Technically, the first one that I finished recording was the California only one, but that will end after this one. First series to end on the channel, the Minnesota Vikings, with 4 Super Bowls in a row. What a great highlight here, seeing the confetti fall. Willie Johnson came in and played very well in place of Dyson. Robinson played okay. Leach, good game. We gave up some plays on defense, but against a 95 overall offense, it's going to happen. But honestly, guys like DJ Reed Jr., who was a backup for us for quite a while, came in, put together a fantastic performance the last 2 years. He gets player of the game in this Super Bowl with that pick 6 that was really just the nail in the coffin. The confetti continues to fall here in Atlanta. Vikings win 4 Super Bowls in a row, holding up that Lombardi trophy. Justin Jefferson up there. It looks like Dalvin Cook also up there holding it now. Robinson up there, our new head coach. And I think that was Flanagan, our tight end, up there as well. Great. No, it wasn't Flanagan. My bad. Thurston out there, our fullback. Great job from this team just across the board. And it's now time to grab one last little screenshot here for the thumbnail. And then we'll end this. And there we have it. The end of the Minnesota Vikings franchise ends the way it should, with a 4th consecutive Super Bowl victory, this time over the Kansas City Chiefs, 35-21. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I thank you if you've subscribed during this whole series. If you've just watched a single episode, if you've left a like, a comment, I appreciate it. Like I said, this was the first series to start on this channel, the first of many more to come. Obviously, we would have already started Madden 23 by now. I hope you're enjoying that franchise and that it was maybe a team that you were interested in watching from the get-go or maybe even doing yourself. But great way to finish off this Vikings series. 4 Super Bowls. We've really done a great job in building this team. We'll take one last look at the team as well. Obviously, don't really have a way to look at everyone's stats who's been a part of the team because we've had people leave, retirements as well. But a really big transformation across the board here. When we look at the offensive line, only one original player remains in Brian O'Neill. Everyone else has been replaced. We ended up drafting the Wilds brothers with Gabe Wilds and Richard Wilds. Dalton Smith, who is apparently Richard Wilds' twin, but not related by any way. He's been very good. One of our highest overall rated offensive linemen, tied with Brian O'Neill. Flanagan, our star tight end, who honestly probably didn't see the ball as much as he should have, was fantastic for us. A staple, really, on the team. Capers had a great rookie year. We really transformed the entire tight end group. Not a single real-life Minnesota Viking tight end remains with the team. There was one remaining receiver with the team, Justin Jefferson. We brought in a bunch of other guys. John Leach played very well. Throwback to DJ Chark Jr. as well, who played really well. Willie Johnson played well. Dyson, who unfortunately could not finish out the last game with an injury that happened in the NFC Championship. He came a long way. 2 running backs stayed with the team for the whole duration. Dalvin Cook, 99 overall, and Nwangwu, who really showed he's not just a speed threat, but has a bit of power out there as well, was also great in the return. Corey Cook, no relation to Dalvin, played very well. Joshua Kelly played really well as well. We went through 2 starting quarterbacks throughout this series. Dwight Saunders the first 2 seasons and partial of the third before we traded him away and picked up Robinson, who was a backup at the time for the Browns. We've had backup quarterbacks as well. Munns was with us for the first 3 seasons. Did not come back to us the last season. We had a couple different fullbacks, obviously. In real life, CJ Ham, a huge member of the Vikings, who's a fan favorite, really. He was with us for a long time. We then brought in Thurston when Ham just got a little bit on the older side, and Thurston played very well. Defense, we built a great defense. We had some key guys who stayed with the team for the duration. Daniil Hunter, fantastic. We talked about him at the end. Michael Pierce has been a staple for us in the middle. A great run stopper, provided some pass rush as well. Nicholas Graves we brought in, who was a great interior pass rush for us. Wasn't fantastic in the run, but did enough for us. Hatchett was new for us this last season, had a great rookie year. Calhoun, who's been a backup for us, played very well anytime he got out there. After the first season, I believe, we brought in Denzel Ward, who's just been amazing. He finished off this last season just shy of 10 interceptions with 9. If you count the postseason, he did have 10. DJ Reed Jr., Super Bowl MVP, came a long way in the series. Wilson, a solid backup for us. Byron Jones came in for this last season, played phenomenal. We did draft Wilcox, who didn't really get a chance to play very much. He was a rookie this year. The safety tandem that we really formed. We started, obviously, with Harrison Smith the first year at safety, then moved him to linebacker for the remainder years. But Terrell Henley, great box safety for us, really took over that Harrison Smith role, really. Didn't see much of Grant or Arsenault, who was a rookie this year. Eldra Hilton grew a lot, was in the same draft class as Alex Brooks, I'm pretty sure, and they both grew steadily. Alex Brooks became our best middle linebacker. Eric Kendricks played solidly the whole time. Really loved his play. Obviously, like I said, Harrison Smith was down at linebacker. Did not play much this year, but was tremendous for us in the previous years. And we built up a good backup group as well. Harvey Keenan we ended up trading for. We wanted to draft him, but it just wasn't possible for us. And we saw he was just sitting behind several different guys at the Bengals. We knew we had to go for him. Paid off very well for us. He became a great guy. His defense was very hard to beat. And kicking-wise, Eddie Hernandez, we call him the leg because he has 98 kick power. Played great for us. Harrison Butker was a kicker for us this last year. One kicker of the year for the NFC. And Wong Wu has always been a solid return guy for us. But the team just really came together very well. Really proud of the way this ended. And obviously, hard not to be with 4 Super Bowl victories in 4 consecutive years. But I won't linger on too long. We'll end this video with another thank you guys for joining. If you're not subscribed, I hope you do. A lot more to come. Another series just like this has already started on Madden 23, and then we will be finishing off Madden 22 with the California only franchise ending. I believe August 30th is the last and final episode, so make sure you're sticking tuned for that. It's somewhat a bit of a spoiler because we're in season 4, but if you're not sure what's happening with that series, I won't spoil too much, but check it out. Watch from the beginning. Sim type series. We play every now and then, but great series. Had a blast here at Madden 22 despite some of its brokenness, but it'll be fun. Hope you guys stick around. Thank you for tuning in to the Vikings franchise, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.